Hello, everyone. My name is Radhimani Kant, and I'm the head of women's entrepreneurship at Care USA. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about our teams in Pakistan, Peru, and Vietnam, and how they are creating and adapting products to better suit the needs of micro and small businesses, particularly women. They'll be joining us for the member share session to answer more of your questions later on. If you don't know Care, we've been serving women and girls for over 75 years in 104 countries, and we have been very active in financial inclusion and entrepreneurship programming. One of our main programs, the Ignite program, offers three main things to growth entrepreneurs. That's access to finance, access to critical support services, and outreach campaigns. This program started in 2020, in March of 2020, so in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. And so we've had to pivot quite a bit, but it's been a very good learning, and we've been able to still put out some really good products and services. So how have we done that? We start always with the women-centered design process where we understand the needs, barriers, and wants of women. We work with women to ideate, test, and decide and design with them. And we launch and iterate in co-creation with our partners as well. For the Ignite program, we had a mix of quantitative and qualitative / action research that we conducted. And over the course of the last year and a half, we've been probably speaking to over 4,000 micro and small businesses, and have had plenty of qualitative sessions with them as well. Some of the core themes of our research are access to finance, business development skills, impact of COVID, gender decision-making, and digital capabilities, needs, barriers, and behaviors. Impact of COVID and digital capabilities became really, really critical during the pandemic. So what were some of the insights that we got on access to finance? Just to kind of highlight the main ones. Some of the big ones were that women wanted larger loans, but don't have the credit history or collateral requirements. That was true in all three countries. In Peru, they also wanted to be able to have shorter loan term lengths and wanted to be assessed not based on their husband's credit. In Vietnam, other barriers they had were high interest rates, and that was sort of number one on their list, as well as low satisfaction with their providers. And in Pakistan, in addition to prohibitive collateral and guarantor requirements, there's limited mobility and very little use of digital banking services, especially among women. So what types of products and services came out of these insights? In Peru, we did see that working with Financiera Confianza, our partner there, we were able to design a larger loan for women business owners without any credit history that sort of relied on alternative credit assessments using references. There are also a number of other adaptations, including shorter loan terms, so being able to take loans for 3 months or 6 months or 9 months, according to when women really wanted to pay back. And they also added cancer insurance for breast cancer screening, which is something that was mentioned during the research phase as well. In Vietnam, we were able to take sort of the main insight, which is that the higher interest rates were really prohibitive, and work with VP Bank to reduce that interest rate by 2%, which made it very competitive. We were also able to offer online loans, which made it very convenient and was just simpler, and worked with their sales staff to do sales contests and gender training. And so this would encourage credit officers to actually approach more female officers and customers, and work with them. In Pakistan, we were able to work with UBank, microfinance bank, to be able to reduce guarantor requirements for multiple loan products. This was a huge win. And this meant that single women could now submit any family member's guarantee. It could be mother as their guarantor, could be their mother, sister, aunt, cousin. And they also added gold-backed products so that because women had indicated that they actually have gold to use as guarantee, as opposed to getting a male guarantor. In terms of some of the other themes that I mentioned, what did we learn? Some of the real main themes were that COVID-19 meant that we needed to go really digital. Women were totally overwhelmed by unpaid care and are generally not celebrated, leading to lower confidence levels. That was another theme for all three countries. And then in terms of business skills, everybody had some basic business skills, but they needed more complex skills. But they don't have a lot of time, and they also needed soft skills training. So that meant more like negotiation and leadership. So I'll just highlight a few of the things that led to. In Peru, we designed an app with a woman named Sara who actually guides the micro and small entrepreneur through short, practical video-based trainings. So it doesn't take a long time, and they're able to use it as a tool as well. And we're also supplementing that with campaigns that actually discuss how men must share responsibilities in the household. And this is supplemented also with digital training sessions that really focus on self-care, some tips and tricks on digital marketing, but really leverage influencers to be able to do that. In Vietnam, one of the things I want to highlight is learning circles and art therapy and mental health sessions. In addition to the hard skills training and some of the other soft skills training, they're also able to address this issue of unpaid care and being overburdened in the household through these sessions. In addition to that, you're celebrating and promoting stories of women through mass campaigns as well, and really trying to get this message that they're critical to communities out. And in Pakistan, we see that we're also doing very similar work where we're focused on digital capabilities, we're focused on business skill building, digital training, knowing that many of the women are not digital, but need to be digital in this economy. We're also celebrating female entrepreneurs, but also male role models who are supportive of their wives. And that's been really an interesting insight that we've taken into programming and products and services. And finally, we're promoting digital financial solutions and financial education, recognizing that there has been not a lot of awareness and education in this area for women entrepreneurs. Just to close out, how are our research methods adapted for women? We have a number of tactics to be able to do that, including creating emotional and physical safe spaces. We've used quantitative and qualitative tools that have really had specific sections on decision-making, gender roles, access control. And we use lean HCD tools to be able to go deep into some of the more emotional aspects like fears and challenges. You can learn more from my colleagues at the FinEquity Member Share session. We're joined by Jack Burgas from CARE Peru, Nguyen Tran from Vietnam, and Noreen Chowdhury from CARE Pakistan. Look forward to seeing you there.